right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Next Level Live. And today we are going to focus on trading, okay? And today's topic is about how you can't win every trade, but then you can actually choose the ones you win. Now, that's a pretty bold statement, wouldn't you think? Right? How do you actually only pick trades that you only win? So I'm just curious, how many of you here today, right? You guys are traders or investors. If you have experience in trading before, right, can you give a T in the chat? Okay, if you are new or haven't started, can you just type N in the chat? So at least we are curious to find out who are the new traders or who are someone with existing some little bit experience. Doesn't matter whether you are trading the stock market or the forex market. Just let me know whether if you are some experience, you have some experience, just type a T. Or if you are completely new, just type N in the chat. Yeah, let me know, guys. Okay. All right. Okay, no worries. Okay, I understand it's a little bit laggy, but just bear with us. Okay, that even though it might be a little bit laggy, but by the time if you watch the recording itself, it will be perfect. Okay. So anyways, the person that I would like to introduce is none other than Jaz Lai, who is the founder of 𝗲𝗃𝗲𝗃𝗲. Now, what 𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃 stands for is basically 10% a day. Now, can you imagine if, let's say, you can make 10% a day? If, let's say, today your capital, okay, is, let's say, 7 figures, okay, if, let's say, your portfolio, you have 7 figures, 10% a day, isn't it literally $100,000 a day? Is it really possible? I also want to find out, okay, I believe the audience will also want to know, okay, if, let's say, you have a smaller portfolio, right, you've got 100K in trading volume, and if you can make percent a day, hey, that is like $10,000 a day. Okay, I think this is something that you guys would like to know. So again, I just want to share with you guys that Jaz, somebody whom by the way, I haven't introduced myself. Is Lionel Tan. Okay, I'm from Next Level, and I'm the host for this evening, specifically this episode. And the thing is, they actually got me in is because I know Jaz for a very, very long time. You know, I had the privilege of learning under Jaz, learning internet marketing from him way back since 2008, 2009. He has been my mentor. I learned a lot of great stuff from him. And, you know, Jaz, you know, he has been in the internet marketing industry, skincare industry, diaper brands, and he also conduct workshops to teach people about internet marketing. And what I noticed throughout, I would say, more than a decade of working with Jaz is that everything he touches seems to turn to gold. You know, he has like this Midas touch, they call it, right? How come everything, you know, he has a way to disrupt the market and become very successful? In fact, forex was also something, right? So can we just invite Jaz? Can everyone just give Jaz a big round of and give him a big CCC? That's how we do it in Next Level. CCC stands for clap, clap, clap. So can we give him a warm applause and type clap, clap, clap in the chat? CCC, Jaz.
Hey, good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing? I hope you had dinner. I just had my dinner. Okay, I look forward to this session. In fact, I think this is the first time I'm doing this YouTube together with Lionel, and I definitely look forward to it. I prepare a whole day of content, of very nice content to share with you guys.
Awesome. So Jaz, I'm curious. Like, I think maybe the audience is also curious. Like, especially for some people who might have heard of you, they know that you done, like I mentioned, skincare, diaper brand, conducting workshops, and these are the businesses that you have earned multiple 7 figures, right? But I understand. But why do you actually give them all up? Just abandon everything and then just focus on forex.
Okay. This is very interesting. Look, I've been running businesses since the year 2000, right? So this is like what today's 25 years anniversary, all right? I mean, 1/4 of a century, right, of doing businesses, right? So it's always my hobby to do business, right? But ever since COVID happens, all right, I decided that, you know what, it hit some of my businesses really bad. So that's why I decided that, you know what, I want to do things that does not depend on the economy itself. Right? If I don't want to be like economy good, then business good. Economy bad, then business bad. So that's why during COVID, I decided to go into trading. And who knows that the moment when I go into trading, you know, I started to discover the pain points of traders. And then that's where I come in and created more and more useful strategies that can get any normal people to become a very successful traders. All right. So I'm a person who always believe that, I mean, if you put your 100% effort into something, you'll be able to solve the problem. So that's why I feel that I'm more of a problem solver. And now I wanted to solve problems for people's income so that they don't have to depend on the economic or the jobs for additional income.
Okay, so how did you actually end up going to forex? Okay, because I also know, by the way, I also know that you used to have this club called the Super Trader Club. And I remember that at that time you were focused more on stocks. And I remember you also have quite a lot of success
Yes.
from there. But eventually you still pick forex over stocks. Am I correct?
Correct. So that time I only know stocks. I've been investing in stocks for 15 years, quite a while, Then after that, I decided to go into stocks. And I did pretty well. I doubled out my capital from 200 to 400K in 6 months during the COVID period. Then a lot of my friends will say, hey, Jaz, can you teach us how to do the same thing? So, but the problem with this is that in order for you to make a good substantial amount of money from stocks, right, you need a big capital. Honestly speaking, if you're less than 100,000, you don't even want to talk about it. Options is also not bad, but that's where I realized that not a lot of my friends have so much money. So that's where I decided, hey, why don't I have a look at forex? Because forex, you don't need a lot of money. A few thousand, 2,000-3,000, you can get started immediately, right? So that's where I decided to go in and study more about forex. And since then, it really just blew my mind away. So, and that's where I realized that forex is a vehicle. If you do it correctly, they can get you your account to a 6-figure account really, really fast. So people use 100K in stocks. People maybe use 100K to make 10K. But if you do forex correctly, you can use 100K and you can use 10K to go and make it into 100K. So it's the opposite.
Wow. Okay, interesting. So now you have this new system like TAD 10%. Is it really true that in forex people can actually earn up to 10% of their account and grow that much a day? How is that possible? I never heard of that before.
Yeah. A lot online is quite common to see people say like 1-2% a day. It's quite common, right? Yeah, but I'm more daring because I aim for 10% a day. After you know the TAD strategy, doing 1-2-3% is almost like, I would say, a no-brainer. It's almost a no-brainer, right? The maximum, of course, I won't say is 10%. It can be 50 to 100%. Like we have flippers in our what I call it flippers. That means people who flip account from $1,000 to $3,000. Like Andy is one of them. Like 2,000 to 7,000 in a few days. All right, but of course, these are exceptional students. All right. So why I call it 10% a day is because I feel that 10% is at least something that you should always strive towards to. Right? Strive towards to hit the 10% a day. And when I talk about 10% a day, I'm not saying, guys, listen. All right. 10% a day doesn't mean 10% a day doesn't mean that do you know that? Okay, now, Lionel, let me ask you this question. Let's just say that if you do 10% a day and then you compound to a year. Okay, let's say every trading day, 1 month, 22 days. After 1 year, do you know that if you do 10% a day, how much will that? Let's just say you put in like $1,000. Do you know how much would that $1,000 be?
Wow, yeah. So that means if I 10% a day, that means the first day I will make 1,001, right?
Yeah.
Then the following day it will be 10% of that 1,001.
All right. So after 1 year, do you know that it can hit billions of dollars?
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of people ask, then I must be a billionaire, right? I hope Yeah, but the thing is this now, as the money gets bigger, it's get harder and harder to trade. All right. So that's why, and also one thing I realized that human emotions. Okay, as the funds gets bigger, sometimes you get a bit more nervous. Sometimes you get more careless mistakes that happen. So I always tell people, 10% a day doesn't mean you compound your 10%. That means that there's a difference between capital gain and daily income. Capital gains means like what I said, 10% you compound all the way until 1 year. But this is something that very hard for most people to do. Let me tell you, 99% people can't do this. So that's why what you need to do is you need to go for daily income. So what does daily income means? It means that if you put in, let's say, $3,000, every day you strive to make $300. And then every time when you make $300, you withdraw the $300. So every day you make 10%. Every day you withdraw $300, right? So when you do that, you created a lot of consistency. Because you know why? There's somehow, when it comes to trading, there's always a psychological barrier. So let's just say, and the psychological barrier is very interesting. Right? So don't know why it's always like this. So imagine now you put in $3,000 and then you triple the account to $10,000. And $10,000 usually for most traders who are new are the psychological level. That means that the moment when you pass $10,000, it is not about the method, the methodology, the strategy, the entry, the TP, all that. No more. It's about the mindset, the psychological part. Why? Because when the sun gets bigger, the drawback, the drawdown all gets bigger as well. Yeah. So this is something that you may be afraid of. So that's why I always say, what you want to do is trade until you grow until your fund to 10,000. Then from the 10,000 level onward, every day we draw 10%. Every day we draw 10%. Every day 1K, 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 1K like this. Right? So that this is called daily income. So when you do that, when you are very used to do that for many, many months, then instead of drawing 10% every month, every day, you start to withdraw maybe like 5%, then you compound a bit more, slowly move up. All right. So that's how most traders, they didn't know. They always think that, if I put in like 10K, I want to trade it up to 100K. But I can tell you one thing, not everyone can do that. Okay. And the chances of you, if you were to trade from 10K to 100K, the chances of you bursting your account is very, very, very high. Right? Because it's more of a mindset, more of psychological level really at that level. All right. So that's why for you to always get consistent income, I would suggest withdrawing 10% every day. That's why we call daily income. All right. So that's why we call 10% a day.
Got it. So does that lead to the question that which is the theme for today's talk? Is how do you really pick the battles that you can win? Because again, now just now you mentioned something about flipping, right? Like you mentioned that this guy called Andy, where like within 1,000 can flip his account to 3,000 or 7,000. Like,
yep.
Does that also mean, because I think there is some stigma, right, that if you can earn a lot, there is also a possibility that you can lose a lot also and even bursting your account. How can we actually prevent that from happening?
Okay, so that's why I say one of the main things to prevent that from happening is that you do the 10%. That means daily withdrawal. Because when you do daily withdrawal, let's say you build it up to 10K, then every day you make 1,000. Yeah, at least you have the profit of withdrawing. But just in case one day you're very bad temper or you quarrel with your spouse or what, you trade, then you lose the 10K. At least you still have the winning to fall back on. Okay, so that's one thing you need to consider. The second thing is that when you trade, you need to pick the battleground. Right? Like you want to go to war with a certain country, you pick the one that you can win. You want to harvest, you pick the ground, the field that you can harvest. Right? Don't just go to every chart, every assets and use the same weapons or use the same vehicles to go and proud and get your reward. All right. So let me show you. Maybe I go to the chart. All right. So now let me see. Okay. Let me know if you can see the chart. All right. Okay. So now, if you look at the chart, all right, when this is gold. All right. So for TAD, okay, the first thing is that you need to learn when you come to the TAD community, right? The first thing that I teach, right, is always first you need to identify your map. But this is like your map, your battleground, your map. First, you need to look at the map, and then you need to ask yourself which weapon or which vehicle do you want to use. All right. So there's only two types. Number one is the sideways market, sideways chart. That means the assets is always sideways. Right? No matter what you do, the fluctuation is not a lot. The volatility is not a lot. The second one is the trending chart. That means it keep moving in one direction. Can be up, can be down, can be up, can be down, moving. Volatility really, really high. All right. So if you look at this right now, if you look at gold, okay, now guys, let me ask you. This is a 1 hour chart, right? Let's look at gold. Let me ask you this. Is this a trending assets or a sideways? Right? If it's trending, can you put a T? If it's sideways, can you put an S or not? Let me ask you, is this a trending or is this a sideways chart? All right, go to the chat, let me know. All right, I think from this, it's quite easy to see, right? Whether is it moving or is it sideways? All right, so you can see this is a trending chart. Okay, most of you put trendy, all right, trending, right? So it's a trending chart. So when it's trending chart, you need to use a different vehicle, a different method, a different weapon. All right, so let me show you some more. All right, okay. So right now, let me show you this. So now let me ask you, is this a trending or is it a sideways chart? Is it a trending or is it a sideways chart? All right, I think this is pretty easy to see, right? All right, so from this, you can see that it is a sideways chart, right? How does this, what sideways means? That it move up, move down, move up in the range, Okay, so this is Australia, New Zealand dollar, Australian, New Zealand dollar, all right? So sideways is one way and trending is another way, all right? Let's just have a seat. Let's have a look at this. Europe, Japanese yen, sideways or trending? Okay, so this is sideways as well. All right, then how about this? All right, this is also sideways. Okay, this is also sideways chart. Okay, this is Australia, US dollar. All right, so how about this? Okay, this is also sideways chart. You can see most currencies are sideways. All right, most currencies are sideways, but of course there's some that is actually trends quite well. So if you look at this, this is what we call trending. During this time, it is trending. All right. Okay, let me see this. How about this? How about this? Trending or sideways? Okay, this is US 500. Okay, US 500 is always trending. All right. So very simple. Now, if you want to if you look at this chart right now, if you look at it just by scanning this and looking at this map right now, you can see that it is trending. So when it's trending in TAD, in our community, what we do is we use TTF. TTF stands for TAD trending formula. Okay, TAD trending formula. That means that we will catch the wave together. All right. So let me show you. Should we show them the indicator?
Yeah. Show them. Because I'm also curious to know what's the thing that you're using.
Okay, so this is TTF. All right. So what we do is very simple. This is the trend filter, the blue and the purple line to tell you the trend. It also acts as a support or resistance. Okay, you can see it's a support, right? It's also acts as support and resistance as well. Okay, so what we do is very simple. As long as the price is above the trend filter, we go for buy. We just keep catching the buy. All right. Okay. So now when it is sideways, let's have a look at sideways chart. Okay, this is sideways chart. Okay, this is sideways chart. What we do is we use TAD, 4C. Okay, 4C indicator. Okay, so if you look at this right now, this red arrow means sell, green arrow means buy. Okay, you can see that it falls very nicely. Usually, this is what the blue color is what we call the zone. The zone is the AV-SNR zone, support and resist, AV support and resistance zone. Our own TAD methodology of creating the zones. Okay, all right. So if you look at this right now, most of the time the arrows will come out when it touches the zone. Okay, so this is where our point of entry is, right? So imagine if you want to trade, the first thing you do is always, all right, go and look at the chart. Go and see the chart, and then you go and see, is this a trending chart or is this a sideways chart? If it's a sideways chart, then all you need to do is, don't need to save any trouble or headache, open up your 4C. This is what we call the 4C, all right, the sideways 4C indicator, open it. Then wherever you see arrows at a certain price action, they will tell you what to do, all right, for the 4 confluence. Okay, as long as you're the 4 confluence, you enter the trade. And then you can see it's pretty accurate. Right? So this is for sideways. Let me show you some more sideways. Just now we see quite a number of sideways. All right, okay, this one is sideways. All right, okay, but okay, they can see sell here, buy here, buy here, buy here. Okay, so this is sideways chart. Let me see some more. Okay, this is another sideways chart. All right, buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here. Currently, there is a sell. All right, currently there's a sell. Okay, these are all sideways chart. And if you know how to pick your battleground, I can tell you your chances of winning is so much higher. Okay, some things here, sell, buy, sell, sell. Okay, now there's also a sell here. All right, so now let's have a look at trending. Okay, trending. Okay, let's go back to gold. Okay, anyway, this is H1 now. We're looking at H1. If you go back to gold, okay, gold is trending. Gold is trending. All right. So when it's trending, this is S&P 500, US 500, US 500. Okay. So when it's trending, we use TTF. Okay. So TTF. All right. So whenever there's a bounce of support, you can enter. But for some people, you know what? For majority of our our students, let me tell you, most people shouldn't have any issues with looking at chart, right? But there's always a certain like 20 to 30% of people who are always very slow. No matter what you teach, they will always get very confused. All right. So that's why I decided to add in a buy-sell signal as well. Sideways we have buy-sell signal. For TTF, we have buy-sell signal as well. Okay, so you can see here, green color is basically the buy. Okay, the buy. So you just buy here, yeah. Then this one you just sell here, then this one you just sell here, you just sell here. Okay, of course, this one you buy, this one as well. All right, this is where you buy. All right, so this is, but of course, it's not just looking at it and then straight away enter. There must be a certain criteria as well. There's a few more confluence, another one to two more confluence you need to have. All right, so this one will teach you more in if you join our TAD community. Okay, so over here, this is gold. Okay, it works really well for charts that is trending like this. You can see buy. You basically buy all the way up, and then when you sell, see, you sell all the way down. All right, so I think this is the things that we almost make it almost quite idiot proof. Okay, and this is H1 anyway. Gold. All right, so that's why is our students able to get results so much faster in TAD as compared to joining any other courses, is because we want to remove the learning of a skill. It's very important to learn a skill. All right, but then we know that not everyone will learn really fast. Some fast, some slow. And that's why we decided to create all these indicators to help them to smoothen out and to really remove the emotions and simplify the decision making for them. All right.
So, Jaz, okay, so I mean, just okay. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's say you all have questions for Jaz in the chat. So Jaz can also we can also pick up some questions and let Jaz answer those. All right. So okay. So okay. Now this chart looks really amazing. So what I understand is that, okay, like you said, basically is to identify the two different markets first. Whether is it trending or is it moving sideways, and then you have like two different indicators for different circumstances, right?
Correct.
Right. So let's say for a newbie trader, like for example, right, if let's say I just get started, so if I don't have, because I understand that I noticed that all these blue lines that you draw, can you maybe explain to the audience like what those blue lines that
okay, so the blue line are basically the support and resistance. Right. Yeah. But the way we do it is slightly different from others. So what we call is the AV-SNR zone. Okay, AV. So how do we draw this line? Let me just show you a quick example. Now, if you look at this here, right, this is where it went up, then it went down. Okay, so this is called a A. All right. Then this one came down, went up, came down, went up. This is called a V. All right. So as long as you have V and you have A, that is where we draw the zone. Now, when it comes to forex trading, we don't draw lines. We don't draw lines like stocks. All right. Why? Because usually if you draw lines, you realize that the chances of it having fake out is very high. That means that it passed the line. And let me show you an example. Let's just say I draw a line here. All right. So let's just say the price went up, cross over the line. And then you would think that, oh, it has a breakout. Then what you do, you enter a buy. Then after you enter a buy, what happened next? It went all the way down, right? So that's called fake out, or so liquidity sweep. Many different names for that. Okay, so that's why this is something that we want to avoid. So that's why to have a clear consistency, what you want to do is instead of drawing a line like this, we draw a zone, okay, connecting the highs and the lows. So this way, the chances of you having fake out is a lot more lesser. Okay, so that's why what you want to do is, and the thing is that about these zones, this is the place where the price will bounce. Okay, if you look at this, all right, you can see this is the place where it always bounce. It's always bounce. So if you were to do sideways chart, if you were to trade sideways, you'll realize that we always enter during the bounce. Because sideways, what we trade is we trade the reversal. Okay, trending is we follow the trend. All right. So if you look at this, this is where we'll enter. This is where we enter sell. This is where we enter sell. This is where we enter buy. This is where we enter buy. It always touches the zone and then it bounces. Always touches the zone, and we bounce. And the most interesting thing is all these zones are all pre-drawn on past historical data. All right. So when the price goes up, you have a rough idea what's going to happen. Like gold, you can see right now is actually on the way up. All right. It dropped so much. So now it's short. Temporarily, it is on an uptrend. Okay. So you can see when it's up, the first place it will hit is here. And this is the first place that it will hit and then it will bounce. All right. If you want to break, you will have to touch maybe a 1-2 more time, then it start to break. Then after that, you will start to move. And every time when you move, white color is where you will move. Blue color is where it will turn. All right. Then when you turn and touch a few times, then you will start to break. Okay. All right. So that's why this is the zone. And this is the number one thing you must learn how to draw. Okay. When it comes to trading. Once you know how to draw this, I can tell you 50% of the chances of you winning is very, very high. Now, let me explain why. Now, let's just say that you decided that you want to sell here. When the price reaches here, you want to sell, right? Then, if it drops, good, you make money, all right? But if it doesn't drop, where is your next selling point? Where is your next selling point? Your next selling point is here, all right? So when the price go up here, you sell, but it didn't come down, it continued to go up. All right, then this is the next selling point that you sell. And then this is where there's a high probability chances that it will start to drop. All right, and when it start to drop, because you already sell here and you sell here, your break-even point is actually here. And the moment when it goes below this break-even point, you will already be making money. That's why for experienced traders in our team, we actually some members don't really practice stop loss because they know how to layer. And the moment when you know how to draw the zone correctly, the chances of you knowing the next move is very, very high. All right.
So this is kind of this is very interesting because it really is quite different from how like day traders for the stock market where they put their stop loss, right? But for yours, you're focusing more on the rebound, right? Because you mentioned something about layering. So maybe for those who are hearing this for the first time, maybe you can explain to us like layering, like what does layering actually means?
So layering means that if the trade goes against you, all you need to do is just enter, in simple terms, it's called DCA. All right. So let's just say you shorted here. Right? But it didn't go down. It went up instead. Right? It went up instead. All right? So if it went up instead, so what you want to do is you must know when to DCA. All right? So your next DCA level is here. All right? And then your next DCA level is here. Okay? But of course, this depends on the margin that you have, for if you're using very high margin, then definitely we will not recommend you to such a big gap, you know. But for stocks, usually for stocks, we don't really use so much margin, maybe 5 times, maximum 10 times. Okay, for forex is 1,000 times. All right, so 5 times to 10 times. Let me tell you, to be honest, when I trade stocks, usually I does not have any stop loss strategy. But forex, what I will do is I will always suggest that if you have one layer here and if it's continue to break, then I suggest you to go and have a stop loss. Okay, because it's pretty. This method need to have certain experience. All right, but for stocks, because of the fact that we are looking at higher time frame, usually I doesn't have any stop loss strategy. So what I do is I will layer here. Then if I still need to continue layer, I'll layer here. Then 3 times, that's all. Maximum is 3 times. And I can tell you, based on my experience, or so many years experience, usually the 3rd time, it will start to bounce. Okay, so that means that the price go up here. If it still break, you layer. Then when you go here, the chances of you coming down first to rest is very, very high. And when it comes down to rest, your break-even point is usually, if you have 3 layer, right, this or 3 orange line, your break level usually is here. And the moment when it hit the break-even, I will get out. All right. So to a certain extent, you know how to protect yourself. All right. So that's
yes,
why.
Can I ask, when you mention layer, you are saying that you will continue to buy up.
Correct.
Actually,
So correct. Right. So let's just say, example, there's 2 ways. Number one is that you buy one lot. One lot here. You sell one lot here. You short one lot here. It continue to go up, you short another lot here. If it continue to go up, you short another lot here. Right? So you bring up your prices. Right? So let's just say if you short here, you short these 2, your break-even price is here. Okay, your break-even price is here. Right? So if you add another 3rd layer here, your break-even price is actually here. Between the middle, between blue and this line, so your break-even price is here. So if you enter one lot here, one lot here, one lot here, as long as price goes back to here, this is where you break even, and then you can exit all your trade. All right. So for stocks, I do this for stocks very, very often. All right. But for forex, especially people who are new, because of the leverage that you're using, like 1,000 leverage, I suggest that you want to add 1 layer and that's all. If you continue to go up, then you want to cut loss.
Got it. Can we see how does the indicator play out for this? Because from what I'm hearing, right now, what you are showing us is it requires experience and skill. Does having this indicator means that how should I say? Let's say I'm not as experienced as you, right? Now, if I were to use the indicator, will it give me a better
yeah. All right. If you use the 4C indicator, you can see the buy is basically here lah. So we will not be buying on top lah. We'll be buying here lah. Okay. So without a doubt, you can see it's very, very profitable. All right. So, but this is a trending. If this is a trending, let's just say this is a trending down. It's a trending chart. So we do not use this. What we do is we use the TTF, the trending chart. All right. But if you look at the trending chart, all right, you can see as price, this is a buy. Okay. As long as the price is below these 2 trend finder, you look for short. Okay. If it's above, you look for buy. All right. You can see there's a green dot here. This is a buy. So you buy all the way up. Okay. So this one, you short all the way down. Okay. You short all the way down. But of course, as I said, there's 2 more criteria. They need to be met. Okay. Before we actually take the trade. Okay. So on hindsight, just looking at this, this is a short, this is a short, this is a short. All right. But this one we may or may not take because they still have other confluence, which we need to show you. We will show you during the class. All right. So for now, you can see these are the position you're supposed to trade for TTF. All right. So right now, gold is still on a downtrend. If gold continue to go up, then that's where you focus on buy. And that's where you have green dot coming out already.
Does this indicator also works for the other instruments? Like I think some of our community, some of them they crypto as well as like you mentioned stocks. Does this actually work for those instruments as well?
Yes. Let me show you crypto. All right, so this is crypto. Okay, this is Ethereum. All right, Ethereum have a breakout. Okay, so if you look at it, this is actually sideways. Sideways. All right. So what we do, we use 𝗲𝘂. Okay. So right now, if you look at this, at the moment, what do we have over here? It's a buy. Okay. So right now is the time to buy Ethereum. Right. So most probably it will go up to either this zone, this dotted, this band, outer band, or the blue zone. Right. So now it's about $4,000, $4,015 like this around there. Okay. So this is where we sell. This is where we buy. All right. Why? Because Ethereum right now, why am I using this? Because it's sideways. So when it's sideways, just go and use a 𝗲𝘂 chart. Okay. So this is an example of Ethereum. If you guys have any chart you want to see, let me know so that I can log in and show you the chart as well. Okay.
Well, does that mean now is an opportunity that if you want to enter the trade for Ethereum, we can all buy?
Yes. There's a buy signal here already. Okay.
Wow,
and it's already at the zone right now.
Wow, luckily
right.
You guys are here, okay?
Yeah.
When you buy, you make money. Remember, give Jaz a testimony.
Yes. Okay, this is BTC, Bitcoin. Same thing. There's a buy over here. Okay, buy signal. You can see there's a sell signal over here. There's a buy signal here. There's a sell signal. Why is it not at the zone? Because it's a trend line. Okay, trend line is a major resistance as well. So there's a sell. Then there's a buy here. There's a sell here. Then there's a sell here, there's a buy here. All right, you can see most of the time things happen either on the trend line or the zones. Okay, so this is a buy. Okay, so right now today there is a few stocks that I'm looking at, like this one. Okay, for this what I do is our trade reversal. All right, so reversal, that's where I use 𝗲𝘂. Okay, if you look at this right now, all right. Yesterday, dropped all the way. Then it came back all the way up. That's crazy, man. All right, so 𝗲𝘂 right now, there's a sell setup over here. Okay, then after that, I expect it to go all the way down. This is my TP area. This is my second TP. All right, usually our TP maybe at the next zone. Okay, so this is a sell, this is a buy, this is a buy, this is a sell. Right, so this is a stock that I'm looking at today. 𝗵𝗃 Corporation. The next one is this. 𝗪𝗏 Laboratory International. Okay, same thing over here. This is H4 time frame. The higher the time frame, the higher the accuracy. Right, but H4 is always swing trade, not day trade, swing trade. But of course, it's straight away today, it jump all the way down, then I will close. All right, so same thing, there's a sell setup over here. It's in the zone, there's an arrow come out. Then after that, when we sell, this is where our TP, all right, our TP at the resistance, and then followed by the support over here. Okay, so this is a sell setup, there's a buy setup, there's a sell setup. All right, you can see this is almost sideways chart, almost sideways. Okay, all right. Okay, so for stocks, usually I will use 𝗲𝘂, and for stocks, there is, as I said, there is no SL. Okay, I don't apply SL for this. Okay, so let me show you an example. Let's just say I shorted here. All right, and the price went down, but I didn't take profit. I was like sleeping, and then price went shoot back up suddenly. Then after that, I'm in a loss. Okay, this is a loss, temporary unrealized loss. So at the next zone, I was short again. Okay, when I short again, my average price will be actually around the orange line. All right, so you can see when the price start to drop, this is where I will break even. Okay, so when you break even, you decide whether do you want to get out or do you want to continue to hold. Right, but the moment when every time when I feel that when I'm not correct, of course, technical analysis is only 80% correct. 20% are all manipulated by the market or by Donald Trump and all these things. All right, so that's why if my direction is not correct, I manage to break even, I will just TP. I will just close the trade and then save my money and go into the next trade. Okay, all right. So that's how I trade stocks and forex. So the thing about joining TAD community, you know what's wonderful is that we trade all kinds of assets. All right, it can be stocks, it can be forex, it can be crypto. But of course, our main core 50%, 60% are crypto, are forex, especially gold. Because gold is very volatile. It's very, very easy to get profit if you do it correctly. All right.
Yeah, I remember actually, when I was looking through like your community, some of your messages, right? You actually managed to call out. Yeah, I think it was something like you mentioned that you see queue of people buying gold.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
maybe you can tell our audience a little bit more about this. Yeah.
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 So the thing is this, you see, when the news came out last week, right? The number of people queuing up in the bank to buy gold.
Maybe you can
Gold
share
was,
what was that news?
yeah, gold was here. Gold was here. Let me see. See if we can queue in to buy gold Singapore. Let me see if we can find it here.
I also can Google for it.
Yeah. This one, right? Singapore investor rush to go and buy gold, record breaking. Right?
Yeah, Jaz, are you sharing screen?
Oh, yeah, you can see? Can see? Okay, here,
No,
see?
we are looking at your chart right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, now we can.
Yeah, so you see this is on the 13th October.
Okay.
Right, 13th October. Now, let me show you the chart on 13th October. All right, 13th October, let me see, where is it? Yeah, so it's around here. Okay, so when people buy gold, all right, so they're very happy, they buy. Then after that, the next few days, it went up. After that, it went up, it came down, then it went up again. Then do you know what's this pattern called? This is called double top. Okay, double top. And I even post in my Telegram about double top. Okay, let me search. Give me a second. Okay, now let me show you this. Okay, here, can you see? All right.
Yeah.
So on the 21st, I share with my Telegram, my TAD community, that there's a double top forming in gold. All right. And then I even explain to them what is a double top. It's a bearish reversal pattern. Okay. I even show them what's going to happen next. All right. Okay. So remember, this is where I show. This is how it looks like. Okay. So now this is on the 21st October. All right. So now let's just say, let me go back to the chart. Okay, 21st October. Okay, so this is where 21st October is. So this is where I share and tell them the double top is forming. And then what happened next? You can see all the way diarrhea all the way. Yeah, so that's where I feel really sad for these people. Yeah, and then and right now gold is not as bullish as it should be. So but now the key thing is here. All right, if gold can continue to go past this, all right, that means you have to go past this, then the chances of it going back up is very high. All right, but if gold cannot go past this area, the chances of it going down is very, very high. All right, so right now, the key thing is for those people who bought gold, all right, right now they may be at break-even point. They may be at break-even point or maybe some slight losses. This is where they buy. So they may have some slight losses. All right, but if the price goes here and start coming down, then that's GG for them really. Okay, that's GG for them really. All right, so that's why when you know how to look at chart patterns, to a certain extent, it really saves a lot of your headache. Yeah.
So, like, just personally, like, how, like, in a day, how much time do you actually spend on trading? And usually, what's the time frame that you trade?
Actually, let me tell you, I mean, when you are new, you definitely had to spend a little bit more time. But as you start to progress in the weeks to come, your skills gets better and better and better, right? And then I can tell you, within 1 to 2 months, you will slowly get the hang of it. And it doesn't require so much time to look at the chart anymore. Now, very simple. Why? Because if you just on the TAD indicator, the 𝗲𝘂 indicator, all right, what you want to do is very simple. Set an alert, right? You can see the the arrow come out, you just right click, add alert, and you'll be able to add alert. So every time when this arrow come out, the alert will come, your phone will ring. Then you just go to the chart and see whether, or is there a confluence, the for confluence, is it met? If it's met, then you enter. If it's not, then you just wait. That's why you don't need to keep looking at it and wait for it to happen. No need. So if you're doing trend following, right? Trend following, very simple, same thing. You see the dot, you just right click. You just right click on the dot. Right click on the dot, and then you add alert. So every time when the signal come out, then you just go and have a look. Then if it meet the criteria, then you enter. If it's not, then it's okay, just move on. So that's why after a while, you don't really need so much time. Like example, a very good example is every time if people tell me, hey, well, I need to spend a lot of time keep monitoring, I say, rubbish. Look at one of our traders, one of our community member, her name is May. She joined in May. Right? Her name is May. All right. She is a hairdresser. Let me tell you, she worked retail hour. Yeah, like 11 until 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. And then you know what? Most of the trade is daytime. Right, so I'm not. So while she's washing her hair, or cutting hair, she's not trading. You understand? So it's very amazing. I was wondering, well, how you can even do that? She said, well, sometimes you're waiting time, for client to come and all these things. So you just look at the chart, right? So that's why I tell you, it's quite. The moment when you got it right, it becomes easier and easier. So you don't really need a lot of time to look at it. Right? Why? Because we don't look at price action. We have all this indicator to help you to make the action much easier for you. Right? So that's why with all this, with the indicator that we have when you join TAD, it gives us you a lot of clarity. So you don't have to keep sitting in front of the computer looking at the screen whole day.
Got it. So you're saying that this hairdresser, so how much actually, I mean, if it's okay to share, because I understand that you share your community. So how much money she actually make?
Wow, this one. Okay. Don't show anyone. Don't show anyone this. All right. Let me show you. Okay. Okay. Let me go to the community again. Okay. Let's go to the winning. Right. Okay. Let's just see. Let's just search. Later we have to delete this. Let's just see this. All right. So this is a trade. One trade you can see is about $2,005 US, all US dollar. All right. So one trade. Second one is this. Let me see. This one close to $2,000. All right, $1,008 one trade. Then this one about $5,000 one trade, or 5,000 plus one trade. Okay. How about this? This one, 2, 4, 5, I don't know, 6,000, 7,000 per trade, one trade. Okay, so that's why I tell you, this is our community lah. Okay, you can see our community, they make money every single day, like high, like what 6,000, 5,000 plus. So of course, some is lesser because they are new. Okay, 0.01. One lot, and some are more experienced, 0.66 lot. Okay, like this is 4,000. This is per trade. Okay, $4,000. Then this is like what, $3,000 plus. Then we have James, who also quite new, right? So we have different people making money from all the different places, okay, from Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and all that. Okay, so okay, let me just stop this.
Okay, so I'm curious, like you mentioned, like some of them, they earn like few thousand, 3,000, and this is like per day result. How big is the average capital size, to make like 4,000 to 7,000?
Okay. So right now, most people always start with below 3,000 and below . Some is 1,000, some is 3,000. Okay, and for you to go and practice how it works. All right. So now, for them to make this amount, majority of them start with $10,000. Okay, start with $10,000. So May started with $10,000. All right, around May and June period when she got the hang of it. Okay, let me show you. Okay, let me just go back to the chart again. Okay, May. So let's go back to the first time when she joined. Okay, you can see the first time when she joined is 2nd of May. 2nd of May. You can see over here, 2nd of May. You can see she's doing not bad. But this is her. She says she's a noob lah, still learning lah. Okay, and last time you can see her profit can be a few dollar to $40, $80. Not a lot. All right, but now every layer sometimes can be few $100s. This is one layer like $70, $89, and all that. So in 𝗬𝗃𝗃 until now, you know what? She can do like on average a few thousand a day.
So she just trade after working hours, or because you mentioned that she
no. She trade throughout the days whenever she's free in her work.
Wait, how should you do that?
So as I say before you wash hair, you can see the trade first. You enter already, then you finish your hair, you see your trade again. Yeah. So every time when she's free, she just look at her phone and every time there's an alert, they come, she just look at her phone. If she's free, she trade. If she's not free, then she just wait for the next one. Yeah. So that's why she trade while she's working. So anyone who tells you that you need to sit down full time looking at the screen, I tell you that's not correct. It is very possible.
Hey, but this is like playing game. I mean, if let's say like every time I just turn on my phone, I can trade, I can make money. To me, it's like playing game. I think I'll spend more money.
Yeah, correct. In fact, I tell you, she make even more money than her boss. Imagine right now she started. You can see she started making few dollar in May. Now every day is a few thousand. So every day she make 1 month's income. Every day. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Interesting, guys. So how many of you here? Wow. Don't mind making few $1,000s a day one. Like even during office hour, I mean, you shouldn't let your boss know but
yeah.
During lunch break,
let me share with you one more. Okay, one more. Okay. This one is also very amazing. Okay, now if you look at this, this is 𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗏. It's one of the. Can you see this 𝗲𝗃𝗏?
Bilal, you share screen.
This 𝗲𝗃𝗏 is one of the broker that I used last time. Okay, that is like first half of last year, end of last year. But because I feel that they're not really that good, so I actually switched over to 𝗬𝗃 market. Okay, so this is 𝗲𝗃𝗏. These are all the members we have in 𝗲𝗃𝗏. So you can see there's quite a number of them lah. Okay, and if you look at 𝗲𝗃𝗏 right now, most of them have left already. Okay, but if you look at 𝗲𝗃𝗏, all right, this is live lock-in, guys. Live lock-in. Okay, let me lock in again. Okay, live lock-in. Okay, if you look at 𝗲𝗃𝗏, just now that amount of people, maybe 30-40 people, okay, 30-40 people, they have deposit a total of 91,000 to trade. Okay, total 91,000 to trade. Okay, so now here's the thing. Of course, nobody deposit, no one person deposit. Some deposit 5K, some 3K, some 10K, and all that. Okay, so altogether is 91,000. All right, but since then I really shift away from 𝗲𝗃𝗏. There's only one person left in 𝗲𝗃𝗏. Okay, now let me show you. There's only one person left in 𝗲𝗃𝗏. Let me go and show you the active one. Right, most of them have already left. Only Marcus is still in 𝗲𝗃𝗏. Okay, so when Marcus started trading, he deposited $10,000 in 𝗲𝗃𝗏 in December. So now it's October, so it's 10 months later. Do you know how much have this $10,000 grown into or not after 10 months? Do you know how much? It have actually grown into $1 million.
Wait, what?
Yes.
No way.
$1 million, 10 months. So right now, beside me, Marcus is also one of those that have hit $1 million using only $10,000. Okay, I will show you just now the maximum deposit of all the members is actually 91. So he can't be depositing $1 million inside because the maximum is 91 only. You see? So even though let's just say he deposited 90,000, the 90,000 is his. He trade to $1 million. Okay, obviously he's not the only one because we have many people in this account as well. You can see. All right, you can see all these people. Okay, these people are in this account as well. Okay, it's not just him alone. Okay, all right. So that's why this is our first $1 million trader. All right, and May will be the second $1 million trader, and all started with only $10,000.
Wow!
And that's why you see, that's why I'm so excited, about TAD forex. After helping all these people, you know what? We feel that it can really spread out and help more people,
Well, so Jaz, when's your next class?
Our next class, the last one, is on the 13th of November. Okay, that's the only time. You know what? I don't open up and let people join TAD anytime. Not like other classes. You can join anytime. But we don't. We only specifically open up a few times a year and that's it. So the last class for this year is on the 13th of November. Octa is actually not available in Singapore anymore. I use 𝗙 Market now. Okay, no more Octa. Okay, guys, don't sign up Octa. All right, later have many issues lah. Okay, so use 𝗙 Market. Right. So anyway, for those who are interested in joining our community, come and learn TAD. You know what? On the 13th of November, we have our last class. Okay, the last chance for me to explain more about TAD and to invite the invitation for you to come and join us on board lah. All right.
How long is the session for those who are not?
Usually about 2 hours, but depending on the questions that you have lah, you know.
Okay, must pay not?
It's free lah for you lah.
Okay. So guys, so it's 13 November. Wait, let's see. 13 November is on which day?
Is it Wednesday?
13th of November. Wait, let's check it out.
Thursday.
Thursday. So guys, mark down your calendars. 13 November, 8 p.m. right?
8 p.m. correct.
Okay. So you'll be teaching us and don't hold anything back.
Of course, this is what I always do. What
Okay.
do I want to hold back?
That's true.
Because you see, if I teach you, you make money, I'm very happy. But my job is to make everyone take money from the broker. Yeah, that's what we're happy about, the most happy about. You're not taking money from me, you see. You're taking from the broker. That's what I like. Okay, can we put in the link for them to register?
So the last one you have for this year, is it?
Yeah, for this year. In fact, we don't have any plan yet for next year, you know, because what we do is I always want to focus on the current batch to make sure that they have money first. They're able to make money first before we open the next batch. The faster you make money, the faster I open. The slower you make money, the slower I open. But next year, I don't intend to do so much because I'm actually moving house and all that. A lot of things I need to do. Yeah, so that's why this will be a last chance really.
Yeah, so I understand. I think you shared with me before that you actually have your dream, a big dream in TAD, and it's not just conducting a course, and the purpose is like far greater than that. Maybe for our friends who are listening here, maybe you can just share, this big dream. I think it's really meaningful, Yeah.
You see, right now everyone knows that AI is going to take over the world, without a doubt. Whether you do anything or not, you cannot control. You cannot stop it. It is going to come over. All right, and a lot of jobs will be lost. Let me tell you, a lot of jobs will be lost. In fact, you see Amazon already fire how many? 11,000 people, going to fire 11,000 people. And every year, they're just going to fire more people. As simple as that. All right. So for me, you know what? Recently, I listened to a podcast and I'm quite, I have a huge breakthrough during the podcast. Now, let me ask you this thing. Right now, in the past, right, every time when unemployment rate is very high, what happens to the economy? What happens to the economy? The economy will usually be bad, right? Because company is firing people. And that's why the unemployment rate went up. When employment is good, the economy is good. That is always how it is for so many decades, for centuries. Right now. But for now, it is actually totally different. No? Right now, let me tell you, many companies are firing people. China, all the young graduates cannot find job. You know why? It's because of AI. And AI is going to replace many people's job. And here's the thing. When AI replaces your job, they are not getting paid and your salary is not getting paid. Unemployment can go down, but companies still can continue to make record profit. So this is a very big breakthrough for me. That's why I realized that everyone's job is no longer safe. Now it's no longer that unemployment go down, company cannot make money. No. Now unemployment go down, companies still can make a lot of money. So a new world have created. Let me tell you first. And right now, to me, let me tell you first, right now, job is no longer iron crank income really. Okay, the rich is only going to get richer. Why? Because of AI. Those big bosses. And the poor is going to get poorer. The gaps between the rich and the poor is going to expand and create even huge gap. And that's why I feel that right now, you need a skill that does not require you to work for people. You need a skill, and the skill is trading. Trading does not require any dependent on any economics or your boss lah, or your wife or whoever, or the customer. No. You can make money from the market day in and day out, which I feel that right now, this is the most important skill a person must have. Right? Because without this skill, your job, I don't know when will you be the one who will be asked to let go lah. All right, and when will AI replace you? But now when you have a trading skill, nobody can replace you lah. Just like how 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗽, just like how 𝗵𝚲, and all these people who are now building up the skill, right? So that they can become assets for their family themselves lah. Okay, so because of this, my dream is very simple. We can't depend on the jobs anymore. So now you need a skill that can protect you lor. So that's why I created 𝗲𝗏 to make trading easier for everyone.
Awesome. Hey, thank you very much, Jaz, for joining us this evening. Now, by the way, guys, if you have any final questions that you want to ask Jaz with regards to his 𝗲𝗏 system or how he trades forex, please do before we say goodbye to Jaz. So maybe like while we are waiting for the questions, like maybe you can just share with us like just a little bit insight, like what's your day-to-day life is like right now. Like when you wake up, what do you do? Just now, I still remember just now when I was giving you a call, like, hey Jaz, hey, let's discuss what we're going to talk about. I said, hey, I just woke up from a nap.
Yeah. Actually, I tell you, I almost semi-retire already, to be honest. Yeah. So basically, what I do right now, trading has become almost quite a second nature to me. Really. All right. Anytime when you want to make money, like let's say if I wake up early in the morning, let me tell you guys, morning is very, very good to trade for gold. Right. The technical analysis, many people say very quiet, you just move according to the technical analysis. Right. So the morning is very good to trade. And afternoon, that's where the London market open. Right. It will go one direction, either up or down. That's where you use TTF. Right. So at night is a little bit more volatility lah. Right. So that's why for those people who want like 𝗶𝗫, sure eat, then you trade in the morning or afternoon whenever you're free lah. So my lifestyle now is pretty simple lah. I wake up as and when I want, usually about 8 o'clock. Then I'll read the news. Then if I have nothing to do, I have my breakfast. Then sometimes I go to gym, Then after that, I'll come back that afternoon. I'll go and pick up my son. I'm more of like what you call the house husband, Then I'll pick up my son, pick up my children, go and play with them. So all in all, when I free, then I'll sit down, just look at the chart, and then I trade. Because I trade 5 minutes, so there's always an opportunity everywhere lah, right? So that's how my life is. So right now, I'm very into exercising. Right, because I have a goal right now. My arm is always very, very small since I'm young, So right now, for the next 6 months, I told my trainer, I want to have the biggest arm ever in my life. Right, so right now, I'm very focused on gym to create the biggest arm in my life. So I mean, I like to do this kind of, what you call nonsense, stupid thing, but it's a breakthrough for me, and I love it, So instead, it's not just about money anymore, It's about creating the hobbies and all these things, I hope that you also don't just focus so much on money. Once you make the money, go and find something you love to do.
Yeah. And actually, I really can see the change in Jaz's life, because I remember, back then when you were still running businesses, you are super stressed. And I still remember when we were celebrating your birthday, actually, you look much older than you are now. Hey, guys, do you know how old is Jaz now? How old is Jaz? Right. When we go out and we ask people to guess his age, people cannot guess his age. But okay, because now we are laggy, right? Jaz, actually, how old you are? We just got cut to the chase.
Okay, most people, when you see me, they always think I'm 35. But actually, I'm almost 50 already. Few more months, I'll be 50 years old already.
Wow. Yeah. So again, if let's say you all join Jaz community, can we also learn how to look as young as you also now?
Of course. Hey, we have one questions, Andros. He said that how to know whether the market is going trending or sideways, because when trading live chart, you can't see. All right. So it's very simple. Just now, like what I shared, let me go back to the chart. All right. Yeah, you can just look at the live chart, okay, and you can see whether it's trending. You see all these charts that I show you right now, they're live. You see? So when you look at this, you can straight away see it is a sideways chart. Right? It's a sideways chart. So right now, you can straight away tell, these are the main resistance. So when it hit the resistance, what resistance, what happen? It may bounce. Okay, whether you break or not, we don't know, but it may bounce for sure. Then before you break. All right. So right now, these are all live chart, guys. Live chart. Okay. So all you need to do, you don't need to be very precise. All you need to do is just have a glance. At a glance, like over the last, like this, maybe this the past 2 weeks. This is H4 or H1. The past few weeks, just look at the past few weeks. Like this is until 29 September. Past 1 month. Past 1 month. Okay. How is it like? This is 1 month. Then you use 𝗲𝗂. All right. Then this is US 500. You can see past 1 month. Then you know it's trending. So you use TTF. All right. Then after that, this is Europe pound. So you can see this is also sort of like sideways. All right. This is sideways. Okay. This is sideways. This is sideways. You can see it's all sideways. All right. So this is where you use 𝗲𝗂. So these are all live chart. Okay, live chart. And it doesn't have to be very, very precise. Right? Just look at this. This is also sideways. All right. Okay. So very clear, very clear. Whether it's very clear. Just glance for the last 1 month. How's the chart like in H1 or H4? Then you have a very good idea whether is it trending or is it sideways.
So the AVSNR, is it also helping us to determine the trend? Andrew?
Not really. I mean, it is the price lah. If it's one straight line up, then you know that it's sideways. If it's always up down in a range, then you know that it's sideways. If it's one way up, it's trending lah. Yep.
Okay. So anyway, when you talk about those lines like you're drawing and when do you actually apply them, like all these things, will it be taught inside the class? Maybe you can give us a glimpse about what you'll be covering on the 13th November also.
I won't be covering the zone. Why? Because we don't have enough time. What I will cover is that I will teach you about AEM. That means how do you enter before the price starts flying? Before the price starts flying, when do you enter? When should you enter? I will show you live example and all that. All right. Then second is that I will show you RM, recovery method. For those who every time enter, every time you lose money, you know what? How do you enter? How do you recover your trade from losses to break even or winning trade? Right. And let me see a few more lah. So I only have enough time to do that. I will also be doing live. Like I'll be opening a live gold chart. Then I'll tell you where live will go, where the goal will go, and where I will buy, where I will sell. If you want to trade, you can trade, but if not, then you can just come and listen lah. Right. So we're doing live trading, right, on that day itself.
Okay. So I mean, we can't really say this, but technically speaking, potentially we can make some money when we attend your live trade.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, ladies and gentlemen, if let's say you guys want to take the opportunity to come in to learn from Jaz, how do you spot the trend even before it happens? Okay, and how do you protect your capital using the method he said he has this RM called the recovery method, which is a very interesting method. I heard about it before. I've seen it. It's very amazing. It will really blow your mind away. So can we have the link one more time just in case people who just, they miss out. And can we just put in the link as well? Wait, let me just find them right here. Okay, let me just put it inside the chat that y'all can also click on it. Right, so make sure you register and then register this and then you will be able to see it. We'll see you on the all right. So I think the time is 9:10. Okay, thank you so much for being here and spending time with us. We hope that you guys learn a lot. So just any final encouragement that you have for our audience today?
Yeah. So from the statistic that we have from our students over the past 2 years, right, there's two group of people. First group of people who are very new, totally newbie, who know nothing. Okay, come in and join us. All right, and we want to start you on the fresh approach, right? So that you know what's the right thing to learn. Okay, what's the right thing to apply, so that it's like your bowl is totally fresh, brand new. We want to put the right information so that you can grow very fast. So this is the first group of people. The second group of people are those people who have traded before but always lose money, who have never successfully become successful. You know what? When you come to TAD, let me tell you, I will straight away immediately unlock your potential, fill in the missing puzzle, and I tell you, I can see that you will definitely fly within the next 30 to 60 days. Okay, the next 30 to 60 days, you will definitely fly. This is the statistic that I've seen from our TAD community. Okay, so this two group. Of course, those that are already making a lot of money, then you don't need to join. So let me help those people who are struggling and people who are still very new. All right, so trust me, it is going to be a very exciting journey, not just for me, the training. We have a very thriving community who like to talk, who like to share, who like to help each other. right? So our job is to help each other get money from the broker, get money from the market itself, right? The more you get, the happier we will be, lah. All right, and we always celebrate every win together with you. You are no longer alone. Now we have someone to walk the path together.
All right. Thank you very much, Jess. So we wish everyone have a wonderful evening, and hopefully, on the day 13th November will be the day of your transformation. All right. See you guys, and
Thank
goodbye.
you. Bye.
Bye.